Hello, this is Art Games. My computer is busy with something right now, so it's more drawing by hand today. This is a Moleskine sketchbook, which is pretty humongous. It's 11.5 by 16.5, and it is pretty good dimensions for drawing comics. It's a little bit small. Let's see, is it bigger? It's approximately the same size as one of those professional comic book pages. One of those professional comic book templates that you can get at your local art stores. But it's in a book, and this way you can collect all your comic book pages in a book together. So that was an appeal to me when I bought this thing. Yeah, of course you have to have a large format scanner, which I do. So that might dissuade you from getting something like this. But, I mean, if you're going to draw on professional size paper, you gotta have a large scale scanner anyway, so I guess that's not too much of a problem. If you don't have a large scale large format scanner, you have to photograph your work, I guess. Fortunately, I don't have to do that. So I'm not working from a script here. I'm just sort of experimenting. I had an idea for seeing how quickly I could produce a whole page of comics, a whole comic book page. And since I don't really have a script and I don't feel that imaginative right now, I'm just going to do a basic zoom in sequence where we have like a cityscape and then a little bit zoomed in and a little bit zoomed in, and then we have like a character appear. And if it was an actual comic book, there would be thought bubbles of, you know, whatever the character is thinking, and then they slowly come into view, and then there's a close-up or a medium length shot, I don't know. And we want more of the detail. I'm gonna go with 4 panels, and we want more interest on the close-up. So as we go down the page, the panels will get progressively wider. So we have a lot of room here at the bottom, a little bit less room here, and then less at the top. And now that I'm looking at it, I misjudged that. So let's make this bottom one even bigger. Take a little bit of a measurement there. And go with there. And that one is that far, so let's about there. Let's see, do those get progressively bigger enough? Yes, they do. All right. Now, I am in a hurry, so I'm not going to ensure that these lines are perfectly parallel. So I'm just going to draw one there. Draw one there. One there, and then use my cool lined ruler to make sure that at the very least my panel widths are consistent. So I'm going with 1/4 inch panel distances. Does that look good? It's alright. Probably should be thinner, but doesn't matter that much. Okay, so I have an idea for a zoom in on A3, and she'll be standing on the side of a building, sort of like Mila Jovovich in The Fifth Element. And I could start with sort of a cityscape up here and then do this one and then do this one and do this one. But I'm thinking it would probably be a better idea to start with the zoomed in one with the more details. At least sketch it in with some of the science fiction building doohickeys, and that'll give me a better idea for the more zoomed out shots. Maybe I'll do the bottom one and then the top one and then the middle ones, I don't know. But anyway, if I start with at least a basic sketch for the bottom one, then work on these, then I'll come back to this one after I've had time to let this design down here percolate a little bit. This is a small Moleskine notebook, and at the moment I am just going to use it to prop up my sketchbook. How zoomed in should I get? That is the question. Let's get fairly close up. Let's get fairly close up to the last one. So some good details on the face. Really should start with a gesture. Neck's a bit too long again. Let's see if I can fix this. I'll buy you a horse, my love, and on it you shall ride. And all of my delight shall be walking at your side. We'll stop at every alehouse, drink till we are dry. Be true to one another, get married by and by. I'm not that great at drawing bangs, but I'll do my best. Now, what sort of detail should I put in there? Should I just leave it blank and make some great big windows or something? Or should I put some details in there? I don't know. Should I make it masonry or concrete? Put some architectural details in there. Let's put some great big golden panels on this building. So a big empty space there to put in some word bubbles or some thought bubbles. So we don't need to worry about that. I'm thinking maybe I should have made 5 panels, not 4. But maybe I can make this work. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's put some ginormous bolts on here. Let's just put in some little sci-fi doohickeys here. There's a science fiction author named Gene Wolfe, and his most famous book is, I think, The Book of the New Sun. The premise is that the story is set so incredibly far in the future that there really isn't anywhere on the surface of the earth or under the sea where you couldn't put a shovel into the earth and not dig up a remnant of some ancient civilization. It's a pretty cool concept. And it just occurred to me that, in a society like that, probably many of the buildings would just be covered with random stuff that no one actually really knows what they do, or even if they do anything. Maybe at some point in the past they served some function, but no one knows what they do now. Maybe they've stopped functioning. Maybe they still function somehow, but no one really knows what it is that they're doing. I decided I'm going to make this surface a bit concrete. These big things will still be gold, but the back will be concrete. Okay, I think that's good enough for the bottom panel. It's a damn tough a life, full of toil and strife, we whaler men undergo. And we won't give a damn when we drink our rum, how hard the winds did blow. For we're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, in a good ship taut and free. And we won't give a damn when the gale is done, we won't give a damn when we drink our rum with the girls of old Maui. Rolling down to old Maui, my boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Once more we sail with the northerly gale towards our island home. Our mainmast sprung, our whaling done, and we ain't got far to roam. Our stunsail's bones is carried away, what care we for that sound? A living gale is after us, thank God we're homeward bound. Rolling down to old Maui, my boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Yep, I'm definitely thinking I should have done 5 panels now. This upper zoom in is going to be very abrupt.